Two women, same weight, completely different bodies. One looks soft and undefined, the other looks toned and confident. The difference? One is eating half the protein she actually needs. So here's what we're covering. First, why official protein guidelines are setting women like you up to fail. Secondly, 7 powerful benefits of adequate protein intake that changes everything about your body. And thirdly, answering the question, how much protein do you actually need and the best sources to get it. I'm Harry, and after helping hundreds of women break free from diet cycles, I've seen how proper protein intake changes everything, not just weight loss, but confidence, energy, and long-term health. So to start, I know what you're thinking. I'm sure I eat plenty of protein, Harry, but here's the problem with that assumption. The current recommended daily allowance suggests women need just 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. For a 65 kilogram woman, that's barely 52 grams daily. But research shows that this recommendation was designed to prevent deficiency diseases and not optimize health and the way you look. Studies consistently show that women benefit from 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight for fat loss. So that 65 kilogram woman actually needs 104 to 143 grams of protein daily, more than double the recommended daily allowance. Here's the problem. When women diet on inadequate protein, they lose muscle mass alongside fat. Research found that women on low protein diets lost 41% more muscle during weight loss. What's the problem with this? Well, when you regain weight, which happens to 80 to 95% of dieters, the research shows this, your primary regain is fat, not muscle. So the scale may show the same weight, but you're actually fatter with a slower metabolism. Each diet cycle literally chips away at your valuable lean muscle mass, and you're about to discover why this matters more than you ever imagined. I had a client, Sarah, who'd done this cycle 5 or 6 times. She kept returning to the same starting weight when she lost weight, but her body composition got progressively worse. By the final attempt, her metabolism was around 120 calories lower than when she started, despite weighing the same. So bear in mind, the average person burns around 300 to 400 calories during a 5K run. So that's a third of a 5K's worth of calories she could no longer eat daily just to maintain her weight. So this brings us to why adequate protein changes everything. And before you think this is just about building muscle, and I know some of you are worried about getting bulky, let me be clear. Muscle mass for a woman doesn't make you bulky. It gives you that lean, toned look you're actually dreaming of. And wait until you see what else it does for your weight loss and health. Firstly, here's something most people don't know. Your body actually burns calories just digesting protein. Around 20 to 30% of protein calories are actually burnt during digestion, while carbs and fats only burn around 5 to 10%. So a woman eating 120 grams of protein daily burns an extra 96 to 144 calories just through digestion compared to eating the same calories from carbs and fat. But that's just the metabolic boost. Here's where protein gets really clever. Research shows that adequate protein helps direct calories towards building muscle rather than storing fat. It's not a massive effect, but it's real and measurable. When you eat enough protein, especially when combined with strength training as well, your body gets better at using calories for repair and building muscle instead of storing it as fat. Plus, having more muscle mass means you have more sugar storage capacity. So when you eat carbs, which are broken down into sugar, more of that energy can be stored as sugar in the muscles rather than converted to fat. And here's how significant this actually is. A woman with more muscle mass can handle an extra 50 to 100 grams of carbohydrates daily without it going into fat storage. So more muscle literally means you can eat more carbs without gaining fat. I mean, that sounds like everyone's dream, right? So eat more carbs and gain less fat. And this is actually backed by science. Now, if you've ever struggled with constant hunger and cravings, you need to hear the next one. Studies show that protein triggers satiety hormones like GLP-1, the exact hormone that Ozempic mimics, and reduces ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone, more effectively than any other macronutrients, so carbs and fats. And research found that simply increasing protein to 30% of calories without any other dietary changes or calorie counting led to automatic weight loss. Participants naturally consumed 441 fewer calories daily and lost an average of 5 kilograms over 12 weeks without trying to diet. This means that you can lose weight just by prioritizing protein without restrictive meal plans or calorie counting. Isn't that amazing? Lose weight without dieting. Another dream scenario that's actually possible. But protein's benefits go far beyond weight loss. Here's something that will shock you. It shocked me when I learned it. Weak bones and muscle loss doesn't just mean fractures. They're literally life-threatening. 1 in 5 women over 65 who break a hip will die within the first year. Falls are the leading cause of injury-related deaths among adults over 65, with 684,000 deaths globally each year, so that's nearly 1,900 people dying from falls every single day worldwide. Most women think they just need calcium for strong bones, but that's only half the story. Research found that higher protein intake was associated with significantly stronger bones and reduced fracture risk. And when it comes to muscle mass, older adults with higher protein intake had 40% lower risk of falls. So adequate proteins strengthens your bones and builds the muscle mass needed to prevent falls, protecting your independence and literally saving your life. Now, let's talk about the benefits you'll notice much sooner. Research shows women need 1.8 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight during dieting to maintain their muscle mass. Preserving muscle maintains your metabolic rate. Each pound of muscle burns approximately 6 calories daily at rest while you're literally doing nothing. And if you're wondering exactly how much protein you need and which foods give you the most protein per serving, I created a free 24-page guide that breaks down this exactly. It includes how to quickly work out your protein needs, plus a complete food list showing you exactly what to eat for lasting weight loss without restricted dieting. The link is in the description below. But wait, there's something even more remarkable about protein that affects how you look and feel every single day. If you care about your skin, and let's be honest, most of us do, then this is a huge one. Collagen is everywhere in beauty these days, but here's what they don't tell you. Studies show that protein deficiency leads to decreased skin elasticity, hair thinning, accelerated aging, and hormone disruption. Taking expensive collagen supplements is all the rage right now, but did you know that your body makes collagen from the protein you eat anyway? So eat enough and you'll automatically become an optimal collagen making machine while supporting healthy hormone production. Isn't that wonderful? No need to spend money on those supplements anymore. And finally, here's the benefit that addresses what most women are actually trying to achieve. The diet industry only cares about weight. 2 women can weigh exactly the same, but look completely different. One appears soft and undefined, and still unhappy with her reflection, despite reaching her goal weight. The other looks toned, confident, and her body is exactly how she imagined she'd look at that weight. The difference? Adequate protein preserved her muscle mass during her weight loss. And side note, when you lose weight, you're actually burning fewer calories because you're moving around less mass. But building muscle while losing fat means you could look smaller while still being a bit heavier, meaning that you maintain your calorie burn, keeping your metabolism safe. And without adequate protein, the scale may say that you weigh less, but you still may struggle with loose skin, lack of definition, and that frustrating feeling of looking soft rather than toned. You basically just become a smaller version of your old self. So adequate protein means that you can achieve the lean, defined, confident look that you're actually working towards. You'll see muscle definition in your arms, a flatter stomach that actually looks toned, and clothes that fit better because your body has shape and structure. This is literally what most women want when they say lose weight. They want to look better, not just weigh less. So now that you're convinced, let's talk about the practical side. Not all proteins are created equal. Proteins are made up of building blocks called amino acids, and your body needs all the essential ones to build muscle and stay healthy. The best protein sources contain all the amino acids and are rich in one particular one called leucine, which triggers the muscle building. Top sources include lean meats, fish, eggs, and dairy. And you need 25 to 35 grams of high quality protein across 3 to 4 meals in your day, and that's equivalent to 1.5 palms and thickness of protein for most women. And if you want the complete guide to eating for lasting weight loss without restrictive dieting, including exactly how to implement adequate protein into your daily routine, grab my free 24-page guide below. It walks you through everything we've discussed today and gives you the practical tools to make this work in your real life. Now you know why protein is crucial, but some of you watching this might be thinking, I already eat enough protein and I still get cravings. If that's you, then this next video will solve this exact problem. Watch it here.